Hello again, and welcome back to Granny Dorothy Visits. Today's topic is, we are precious jewels, so don't weatherproof. And the first reading from Wayne Dyer's Everyday Wisdom. 3 things clog your soul: negativity, judgment, and imbalance. And the next reading from Julia Cameron's Blessings. The title at the top, or the saying at the top of the page, is from Ernest Holmes. It is right and necessary that we should be individuals. The divine spirit never made any 2 things alike. No 2 rose bushes, 2 snowflakes, 2 grains of sand, or 2 persons. We are all just a little unique, for each wears a different face, but behind each is the one presence, God. And this is entitled, We Are Precious Jewels in the Crown of Spirit. Each of us is unique, valuable, worthy, and irreplaceable. Each of us is kind, wise, knowing, and gifted. Each of us is filled with dignity, gifted with humor, funded with strength. We are met as equals. We bear gifts for each other. Our hearts are true friends, true colleagues. We have a place with each other. We have a need for each other. All of us seek the same answers, although we find them by different routes. All of us hold the same questions, although we express them in different ways. Our loving hearts hold the solutions all of us seek. This is a great blessing and indisputable fact. In loving each other, we love the world. In loving each other, we find the world. The world we find is healed by our loving hearts. And the last reading is from Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, Richard Carlson's, and it's called Avoid Weatherproofing. The idea of weatherproofing, as it pertains to peaceful living, is a metaphor to explain one of our most neurotic, ungrateful tendencies. It comes from a friend of mine, Dr. George Pransky. Just as we can weatherproof a home for the winter by looking for cracks, leaks, and imperfections, we can also weatherproof our relationships, even our lives, by doing the very same thing. Essentially, weatherproofing means that you are on the careful lookout for what needs to be fixed or repaired. It's finding the cracks and flaws of life and either trying to fix them or at least point them out to others. Not only does this tendency alienate you from other people, it makes you feel bad too. It encourages you to think about what's wrong with everything and everyone, and what you don't like. So rather than appreciating our relationship and our lives, weatherproofing encourages us to end up thinking that life isn't all it's cracked up to be. Nothing is ever good enough the way it is. In our relationships, weatherproofing typically plays itself out like this. You meet someone and all is well. You are attracted to his or her appearance, personality, intellect, sense of humor, or some combination of these traits. Initially, you not only appreciate your differences with this person, you not only approve of the differences, with this person, you actually appreciate them. You might even be attracted to the person, in part because of how different you are. You have different opinions, preferences, tastes, and priorities. After a while, however, you begin to notice little quirks about your partner or friend, teacher, or whoever that you feel could be improved upon. You bring it to their attention. You might say, "You know, you sure have a tendency to be late," or "I've noticed that you don't read very much." The point is, you've begun what inevitably turns out into a way of life, looking for and thinking about what you don't like about someone or something that isn't quite right. Obviously, an occasional comment, constructive criticism, or helpful guidance isn't cause for alarm. I have to say, however, that in the course of working with hundreds of couples over the years, I've met very few people who didn't feel that they were weatherproofed at times by their partner. Occasional harmless comments have an insidious tendency to become a way of looking at life. When you are weatherproofing another human being, it says nothing about them, but it does define you as someone who needs to be critical. Whether you have a tendency to weatherproof your relationships, certain aspects of your life, or both, what you need to do is write off weatherproofing as a bad idea. As the habit creeps into your thinking, catch yourself and seal your lips. The less often you weatherproof your partner or your friends, the more you'll notice how super your life really is. So, good information so that we're not going to be as critical or judgmental of our family or friends or anyone around us. 'Cause none of us are perfect, and we have to appreciate and love each other as we are. So I send you my love. Until next Monday. Bye for now.